So yes, that's right. AI continues to kill traffic to websites. So basically this GEO is much more important than SEO, which we talked about yesterday. And I actually told people to worry about that and how I thought about that in Beehive as well, and how we're opening up to GEO. Everyone's in chat and chat for search anymore, not traditional search engines. It's now allowing readers, Google is, to push a button on a publisher's website to indicate it's a favorite source. They like to see highlighted more often across Google Search Discover and Google News. So I guess that way is if you say that, then Google will throw that into Gemini. As of May's launch, the company said that people across the web had already selected over 345,000 unique sources through this method. Becoming a preferred source can drive more traffic to publishers' websites, Google said. By offering publishers these additional tools, Google is trying to assuage the damage that the rapid growth of AI-powered search features has had on traffic-dependent businesses. Okay, great. Good stuff. Definitely use that button. Definitely, I think it's a way to try to deal with this geo piece, which I think it's already pretty good. I would say that it's pretty good already, but definitely as a way to deal with that and try to improve on website. I think Google's doing a fantastic job, even though people are using less search. They use Gemini. There's still the behavior going to Google to find search, and they use Gemini. So I think as long as they keep doing that, I don't think they will lose search. They will lose search in the traditional sense, in AdSense, perhaps, but they'll get that traffic back, I think. But I think publishers may not pay for dollars on Google, on AdSense. So Google has to kind of think through how it does things. Perhaps it will go into ads on Google, on Gemini, right? Maybe like OpenAI, maybe that's the way to do things. I'm not quite sure, but they do have something to think about in the future. All right, let's move on to screenshot G. Alibaba profit plunges as AI spending spree hits bottom line. Alibaba's bet on AI just delivered a reality check to investors. The giant reported a staggering 75% collapse in net income for the June quarter, sending its U.S. listed shares tumbling pre-market trading Thursday. What happened? So they poured billions in AI infrastructure and cloud computing capabilities, joining a global arms race among tech titans scrambling to dominate the next era of computing. So reveal a 75% dramatic profit collapse. So net income, I believe, is revenue minus expenses. So basically your expenses are that much bigger, and therefore your revenue stayed the same, and therefore your net income decreases. Is that what happened? Yep, that seems to be what happened. Well, I think that's the thing, right? Yeah, I think that's basically what it is. I mean, that's where the Americans are a little bit more creative, right? I think they probably are able to put the expenses somewhere else, and that's kind of the creative circular accounting that they use, so that they've put it as debt somewhere so it doesn't show up on their calls and as expenses, and they can amortize it over time, and therefore it looks a lot better. That's probably what they're doing, and Alibaba's not doing that. The CFO is not allowing them to do that, which is why kind of it drops 75%. Effectively doing the same thing, but they just don't have all the showy numbers, false accounting, some would argue, that's associated with that. That's probably what's going on there. Probably does beg a little bit kind of deeper analysis, but that's probably what it's there. So if you believe Alibaba long term, then I think that's probably just a